Crystal Craven, a singer, a songwriter, and a worship leader who's passionate about sharing what God inspires. And this is your weekly devotional. Luke 4:31 through 33a says, "And he went down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and he was teaching them on the Sabbath, and they were astonished at his teaching, for his word possessed authority. And in the synagogue there was a man who had the spirit of an unclean demon." Jesus went into the synagogue teaching on the Sabbath, and in there was a demon-possessed man. Don't you ever wonder what a man who is demon possessed or has a demon in him was even doing in the synagogue? This really brings front and center that just because someone is in a church building doesn't mean that they are saved. I mean, there could even be demon possessed people in church buildings today. So many people get hurt by people in their church. And yes, that is by other Christians, because we're all imperfect people. But we have to know that we can't expect perfection from people in the church, whether they're saved or not. I've heard it said that church is like a hospital, where Christians come to get healed. Now, I don't fully disagree with that, but at the same time, I kind of do, because I think of the church more like being this big restaurant where we all come together and eat the meat of the word together and we serve one another. Sometimes we feel like the food has been served cold. Sometimes we feel like the server wasn't as quick as we'd like, or just felt like maybe the way they spoke to us wasn't as pleasant as we'd prefer. Except because this example is not perfect, we shouldn't decide to never come back, if we feel the service towards us wasn't the greatest. We should be serving as well as having grace and understanding for one another, as well as getting together when we're not serving or sitting at the church, right? Just doing life together the way Jesus intended for his church. Now, there can be a great danger and disservice in our representation of Christ when we're looking to the people in the church to meet the needs that only God should be meeting. The church shouldn't ever be what we're looking to as our example or our fulfilling in life, because only Jesus should be in that role. There's no pastor or teacher, leader, or person otherwise that's going to perfectly meet your needs or fulfill the desires of your heart, because the church is made up of imperfect people just like you and me. Now, you may have gotten saved in a church building, but the church didn't save you. The church can't sanctify you. The church won't take you up into heaven and glorify you one day. Only God can do those things. So if you're placing too much expectation on the church, our fellow brothers and sisters who are being sanctified right along with us, then I can guarantee you that you're going to be hurt and disappointed, and then the devil is going to gladly tempt you in those feelings and try to take you down a path of sin. In addition, if we're placing our expectations and our hopes and our desires of fulfillment in the church and the people who make it up, then we're creating an idol as well. Jesus has designed his church to be a family, and with every family, there's going to be familial spats that arise and need to be resolved. And if we're operating as the family church that God desires us to be, we'll not only be pleasing to the Lord, but we'll be more able to serve and help those around us. Including any demon-possessed people who might just walk through the doors of the church. So in light of this, how do we respond? Well, last week, we had actually gone over Jesus walking with purpose in his calling. And today echoes a similar message that regardless of the little details in your church's worship services, it's important to be the church in and out of the building. In Colossians 1:10, it says, "Walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to him, bearing fruit in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God." Lastly, if you have something against someone in the church, that has just been left unresolved. I mean, it could be from last week. It could be from 2 years ago. It could be decades at this point. But I encourage you, don't wait. Go to them. Make amends with them. It could have been a misunderstanding. It could have been purposeful even. Maybe they don't even realize how you were hurt by them. But you can't gain your sibling in Christ back if you won't go to them. God doesn't want falling outs in his family. I mean, we know that there's going to be disagreements. We know that there's going to be little things here and there because we are imperfect. But he doesn't want these huge separations and disunity in his family. So go Matthew 18 it, and as far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all people, just as it says in Romans 12:18. And if you have made any idols of people in the church, it's time to tear them down from that place in your heart and return to magnify your first love of Jesus. If we all were to look to just love and serve one another as Christ did and does for us, we would be the church that God desires. For blogs, written devotionals, and originally written songs, visit crystalcravenmusic.com, and that's Crystal with a K.